Good afternoon, colleagues, friends from the community of election observation missions. It's a real pleasure to have you again in the European Parliament to continue our traditional reflections of many aspects of our work. It's a pleasure then to welcome you all to this third edition of FURIC, the follow-up on recommendations implementation conference. This event has become a key European forum on election integrity and observation, and it highlights the vital role of domestic and international observers in safeguarding elections and advancing reform through implementation of the recommendation. This year, FURIC focuses on digital threats as authoritarian actors exploit unregulated technologies, from AI systems and disinformation networks to dominant platforms, to manipulate and undermine democratic processes in Europe and beyond. I'm pleased to welcome so many excellent election experts from around the world who joined this year's FURIC here at the European Parliament, and allow me to speak a little bit without paper for a couple of minutes. Colleagues, the integrity of election cover many aspects of the full process of the elections. But one of the issues that we have been reflecting lately, beside the procedures, is the way in which the electors form their will before the vote. Because this is one of the battlefields in which we are observing the threats against integrity of the elections. And then before the vote, well, first of all, there are many voters not taking care or not following politics during the period between elections. There are many citizens that only re-engage with politics when there are more electoral information, more electoral offers, some candidates coming out, and then there are many citizens not usually involved, or not usually following the political life of a country, re-engaging. But this is a very particular naive prey to be taken by the new technologies influencing the will of the people. Not people following the political life, the parliamentary life, the parties, and so on. Okay, that's a good idea. I'm having another opportunity to talk about that. But just to say, let's put the focus in this part of the process, in which way the political will of the voters is shaped by the information. Information means the propaganda, means the electoral pure information. It could be the ideology. Ideology is a factor in the elections, not always data-driven, and it has to be into account. But we have to focus in the maligned actors using new tools to try to influence and to try to shape the political will of the voters before the voting. And I repeat, I come back to my first phrase, this is a key, important factor to preserve the integrity of the election. And for that reason, it's part of our duty and it's part of our task to examine the new trends, the new threats, and what is happening around this complex world of the micro-targeting, for example, of the voters before the election.